Hi friends! Last Saturday night we had a dance party here at the church. We shared a meal together and then learned several line dances. It was a lot of fun. I was too busy dancing to take very many pictures, but here are a couple. I was curious about the history of modern line dancing. Not surprisingly, many of the steps and terminology came from European immigrants in the 1800s. In the 1900s, schools incorporated dancing, especially folk dancing like line dancing and square dancing, into the physical education curriculum. I remember square dancing in elementary school, do you? It wasn't until the 1950s and 60s that line dancing became very popular. I was surprised to find out that one of the most popular line dances originated right here in Columbus, Ohio. It was called the Madison. It originated in the LVA Club on Mount Vernon Avenue in Columbus. I found an article written by Lucius E. Lee in the June 18, 1960 edition of the Ohio Sentinel newspaper that details the history. There were Madison dance competitions in Columbus and across the country. And Count Basie visited the LVA Club in 1959 in Columbus, and then he included the Madison dance in his shows in Europe. In the spring of 1959, there was a Madison dance contest at the Valley Dale Ballroom, which was a renowned ballroom in the big band era of the 1930s and 40s. It is still in use, by the way, and it is on the National Register of Historic Places. Anyway, at that contest, the team from the LVA Club, which started the dance, came in second. Second place, runner-up, silver medal. It's nothing to thumb your nose at. And yet, in our culture of win at all costs, look out for number one and only the strong survive, we tend to not place much value on second or third or last place. As Christians, we are called not only to value those places, but also to put ourselves in them. Jesus says many times that the first will be last and the last will be first, that we are to humble ourselves and to serve others and to think of others' needs at least alongside our own, if not before our own. One example is in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 9. Then Jesus and the disciples came to Capernaum, and when he was in the house, he asked them, "What were you arguing about on the way?" But they were silent, for on the way they had argued with one another who was the greatest. He sat down, called the 12, and said to them, "Whoever wants to be first must be last of all and servant of all." Then he took a little child and put it among them, and taking it in his arms, he said to them, "Whoever welcomes one such child in my name welcomes me, and whoever welcomes me welcomes not me, but the one who sent me." Taking last place goes against the grain of our human nature. But when we discipline ourselves to do so, we find that we stand behind some pretty incredible people. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again next week.